Right, because that word dragon means cruel. And the Romans operated under a law system called draconian legislation, which the word draconian means severe and cruel and goes back to the word dragon. Go on.
Having 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns upon his heads. And his tail drew the 3rd part of the stars of heaven. And when it says that his tail, meaning the Roman Empire, drew the 3rd part of the stars of heaven, because in Jerusalem, in Israel, there was only 3 tribes left after the Most High pushed Ephraim and the other tribes out of Samaria. There was only 3 tribes left. It says, and his tail drew the 3rd part of the stars of heaven, and did cast him to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman, which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as it was born. And you can read the history on that in the book of Matthew, the 2nd chapter. It breaks down the whole history of how Herod came into Bethlehem, and he was persecuting the Israelites there, because the prophecy said that the Lord was going to be born in Bethlehem. But what they didn't understand was that the Most High caused Yahushua, his father and his mother, to leave that land because of the prophecy that was coming.
Right, to flee to Egypt, which goes back to the book of Hosea, where it says, out of Egypt have I called my son. Now to back you up, that's in Jeremiah, in Ramah. Let's get the prophecy in Jeremiah, the 31st chapter. Because at the time of Yahushua's birth, you had Israelite sons that were under the age of 2 that were being mercilessly killed. And that happened during the time of Moses. The same thing during the time of Moses. So the so-called white man, he got that to pay for. I mean, he got so much on his plate to pay for, it's not even funny. And you so-called white people, you're gonna reap what you sow. All right, you're gonna be judged for every last bit of wickedness that you did. And that you're still doing. You're gonna pay. It's gonna be paid back to you. All right, go on.
Jeremiah 31:15. Thus saith,
man, I'm so mad I can't even get the words out. But you know what's coming for you, you so-called white people, and it ain't good. All right, and we hate you. And we hate your cradle of a civilization you call the Greeks. Civilization started with the Greeks. No, murder, bloodshed, rape, robbery, and all kind of madness started with the Greeks. Wickedness started with the Greeks. Get it right. Go on.
Jeremiah 31:15. Thus saith the Lord, a voice was heard in Ramah, lamentation and bitter weeping. Rachel weeping for her children.
Right, Rachel, which is the wife, or was the wife of Jacob. Rachel represents Israel, weeping for her children. That's what that means. That's why they single out Rachel. Now, if you go into history, it tells you that Rachel died during childbirth, when she was giving birth to Benjamin. So that's why it's put like that. It represents Israel. Go on.
Refused to be comforted for her children because they were not.
Because they were not. They were being slaughtered under the age of 2. Imagine you have a little newborn baby under the age of 2. Imagine your baby being taken, thrown up in the air and chopped in half. That's what's happening at that time. Like I said, I'm so yeah, he's the fucking devil, man. And now you so-called Negroes gonna have a problem with that. The brother was doing good until he said the word fucking. Yeah. No, that's all right.
Hey man, I hate to come up in here, but you dumbass, stupid ass, he just turned my switch on, man. This simple-minded bird-brained nigga down there in Philadelphia, bubble-eyed blackfish, the Most High is going to destroy you, man. This test tube baby out there in Las Vegas, that nobody takes him serious. He's the biggest joke in Israel. The Most High is going to destroy him too. This big, fat, black clown, which we call a discomforter, the Most High is going to destroy him. And at one time I was saying that let the ones that are sincere, there ain't nobody in there that's sincere. They all, them top leaders up in there, they all sold out, including Ariah. Ariah sold out. Now, if the Most High have mercy on him, the Most High have mercy on him, all right? But if he don't, the Most High jack him up and kill him, and he just come back again. And it's a damn shame what Ariah did selling out. Ariah Shaw, and this dude is a young kid, man. There's all kind of wickedness going on in there, man. Then you got guys that's under this guy that praises him like he's God on earth. It's a damn shame, man. And everything they're doing is trying to justify the fact that Mary never had sex. What are you, out of your mind? That's why I see that 2/3 of Israel have to be destroyed. And you know what? I'm not going to shed a tear for you niggas, man. And any of you tribes, you stupid ass Latin tribes, you go to your grave believing that Christ is a so-called white man. You know? The only ones I'm concerned about is the elect. I can care less about the 2/3 of Israel. Like I said, you false prophets that's hindering this truth. You got guys that come on the comment board on YouTube saying, I don't know who got the truth. And a lot of us come on there and say, GMS got the truth. Well, how do I know? Well, look, if you don't know, then you ain't meant to know. The ones that know are gonna follow GMS. We the ones that have the truth. Anybody else, they don't have the truth, or they have half the truth. So 2/3 of you bird-brained niggas, you gonna die. And Farrakhan is a false prophet. Farrakhan does not know the scriptures. All right, like the brother said, they set up Farrakhan. He don't know the scriptures.
Yeah, well said. All right. Okay. Yeah, this scripture is for all you phonies, especially you crew from the Discomforter. We're going to read a scripture for you. Go on.
Job chapter 15 verse 34. For the congregation of hypocrites shall be desolate, and fire shall consume the tabernacles of bribery.
Right, and that's what that is. It's a tabernacle of bribery. And they took bribes, all right? Yeah, they got paid off. You guys got paid off, beginning with Aria on down. You got paid off, and now you're trying to make it like, oh, we didn't sell out. Yes, you did sell out. That's like saying, oh, she's a little pregnant. It's the same thing. Either she's pregnant or she's not. Either you sold out or you didn't sell out. We know you sold out. That's why that monkey has a big tour bus over what? Probably cost over 2 of them. Look at that. With his face on it. Well, you think he got that from working 9 to 5? Give me a break, man. He got paid off. And you got you niggas out there that see that. That's why the scriptures say, seeing who is blind but my servant Jacob. Seeing and not observing. You see all this madness, yet these guys, they're men of the Lord. No, they're not men of the Lord. They're men of Satan. All right? Now, where you going? Yeah, matter of fact, Isaiah 42 and 19, right? Yeah, go on, bring that out.
Isaiah 42 and 19. Who is blind but my servant, or deaf as my messenger that I sent?
Right, like going back to the clip that you saw with Farrakhan. You got all these people in the audience, a sea of people. Yeah, that's right. Go on. Teach on, preach on. Blind as a bat. Can't see nothing, man. Go on.
Who is blind as he that is perfect, and blind as the Lord's servant?
Right, you know what it means that he that is perfect? The Most High made Israel to be perfect. All right? There you go. A sea of people. Blind as a bat. And look at this guy, man. He's behind a nice Roman type looking building or pillar. Yeah, in Washington, D.C. He's got that fancy suit on. No beard on his face. His hair is lined up, which is against the law. Butcher in the scriptures. Talking about some goddamn Nation of Islam. Now you notice that would be on C-SPAN. Right? Because he ain't saying nothing. The white man will put that garbage on there. But let us come up there. Teaching the way we teach. You think that's going to be on C-SPAN? Hell no. That's why all our sites on YouTube, they're deleting them. Why you think? Why? Now you talking about you looking for the truth. That should trigger something in your mind, you so-called Negro. Why are they deleting those guys' sites? You know why they're deleting them? Because we're speaking the truth. That's why. That's why you got to wake up, man. Pull your head out of your ass. And the majority of you so-called Israelite men, the reason why you're so fucked up in the mind is because of your woman. You're following that black bitch, which is leading you to hell, which is leading you to destruction. You can't rise up and be a man. You gotta bow down to your woman, as if she's gonna save you. That's why in the book of Isaiah 46 and 8, the Lord said, remember this and show yourselves to be men, or show yourselves to be men.